Well, the one and only Yutzel.
Thank you, Conchita, and the warmest welcome to whoever watching online. Wherever you are in the world, this is it. The wait is finally over. This is where the comfort ends and the battle truly begins.
From 18 of the best teams all around the globe, only 12 will take the stage today. Firstly, we have all gamers global, locked in and ready to strike.
ये है
Up
थाईलैंड
next,
का
Heavy,
प्लेयर
the
भाई
Iron Force from Vietnam.
Last year's fourth place, E1 is back for redemption.
E1 Sport from
A fierce
Brazil
competitor from Vietnam. Go!
भाई ये लोग नया नया टीम देख रहा हूँ भाई
Sharp and fearless, this is PE Sport.
पी स्पोर्ट भाई ये तो है पुराना
Representing
मतलब ये
Latam,
रेगुलर खेलते
it's
हुए देखा
Movistar
जाता है
R7, rising higher than ever.
रिवन
From Bangladesh, the pride of the
Chapter
nation,
day.
this is Red
Day.
Hawks.
रेड हॉक फ्रॉम ब्राजील ब्रो भाई ऑल द
Solid
बेस्ट
players, solid game.
आज के लिए
Make
support
way
रहेगा।
for Team
किधर भी?
Solid.
The defending world champions, ready to reign again. This is Fluxo!
Huh?
The duo mod champions of Southeast Asia, Team Falcons.
Battle tested and star-studded. Let's go! Boot it up, United Esports!
And finally, unpredictable, untamed, and ready to rumble, WAJ!
All the teams are ready to prove that they belong among the brightest. And this year's team, Crushed Up, Burn Bright, says it all. Every player carries their own fear, their own hesitation.
All right,
The
dosto.
champions, they rise above it.
They turn pressures into power and doubts into fools. Only the strongest team will survive from a knockout stage. But wait, before we begin, Conchita, how do we say do your best in Bahasa Indonesia?
Oh, you can say semangat, because semangat actually means keep up the spirit, or you can do it. Can you say that?
All right, let me try.
Semangat!
Semangat! Yeah.
Shall we do it together?
All right.
3?
One.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. Semangat! Sounds great! You sound amazing.
Yep. What about time to shine or burn bright?
Oh, we have that as well. You can say waktunya bersinar.
This one sounds hard.
Oh.
Waktunya.
Waktunya?
अभी भाई ये लोग
bersinar,
ऐसे
bersinar.
बगर 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 करते रहेंगे
Waktunya bersinar! There you have it, survivors.
Best of luck
All
for
the players. Semangat.
क्या ही कर
Once
सकते हैं
again,
भाई
the battlefield awaits.
RH के
Jakarta is watching, and the world is surely watching.
Time to curse out, burn bright. Let's get back to our casters, the mangas. The stage is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. The stage that everyone has been waiting for is finally here. Doubts will be crushed and the teams will be brightening.
भाई लोग आज
shining
हम लोग
brightly at this point. This is a Free Fire World Series Global
वेलकम
Finals
टू माय
2025. I'm
न्यू
Anthony
लाइव
Garcia,
स्ट्रीम
joined
ब्रदर
by the
आज
one and
इधर
only
खेल
Mustafa
रहे हैं
JJ,
मैं तो नहीं
who
खेल
will
रहा
be
भाई
your casters for
इधर
today.
चल रहा है
I am not excited. I am over excited at this point of time. We have been overcharging ourselves, preparing for not just this day, but this very moment where we get to introduce you guys.
देखते हुए
the
आज
team,
का
the
दिन भाई
format,
कौन
and
ज्यादा
the
पॉइंट
kickoff
टेबल करता
of
है
this whole
इंटरनेशनल
show,
लॉबी
right?
है
Because we
बहुत ही
don't just
खतरनाक
jump
गेम
into
प्ले होगा
play-ins
बट
and
देखते हैं यार
then straight
कौन
up to
बुया
grand
मारते हैं
finals. We've got a
कौन
little bit
ज्यादा
of a
पॉइंट
group
करते हैं
stage, and these teams have got more than a couple of chances to climb up to the top. We are going to see everybody out there.
एक चीज यार क्या बताऊं भाई इन लोगों का
battlefield as well, doing what they do best, and we get to see if or not they can walk the talk. Well, technically, their
आप लोगों का
fans
फेवरेट
were
टीम का
doing a
नाम
lot of
बता
the
दो यार
talking.
जल्दी
Now
से
the
कमेंट
team
में
has to do
फेवरेट
the
टीम का
walking. I
नाम
don't know if they can keep it up, but I hope they absolutely crush the doubts
अच्छा
out
आरएच
there.
का आज के
Yes, Red
फॉर्म
Hawks, I am
बांग्लादेश
talking
ब्रो
about you. But of course,
कौन
we
सा
have
टीम में
got
आप
the
लोग सपोर्ट
tournament
करना
timeline
चाहते हो
coming up
बता
for
देना
you
ठीक है
guys.
बुरीराम
And we are running
फैल्कन
through from the
वैग
31st
फॉर
October, that is
थाईलैंड
today, all
सॉरी
the way to the
वैग
9th
फॉर
of
वियतनाम
November
बुरीराम
for the
फैल्कन
knockout
ये सब
stage, where
थाईलैंड
we
से
will
हैं
be dividing the
आरएच के
18
है
teams that are
बांग्लादेश
in
से
here for
तो
Battle
यार
Royale
आप लोग
into 3 groups of 6 that you will see later on.
इधर
And of
टूर्नामेंट
course,
का
the
डेट
grand
दिखा हुआ है
finals
ठीक है
coming up for you guys on the 15th. But there's not just one grand finals. There's 2 back-to-back days. We
31
will
मतलब
also have
आज के दिन
Clash
कल और
Squad coming up,
परसों
but more
गेम प्ले
on that
होगा
later on.
पूरा लगातार
Yeah, definitely.
शायद
And
इसका
as you did
पॉइंट टेबल
mention,
कुछ ना
we
कुछ तो
do
ऐसा कुछ
have
है
3 groups similar to what we've seen in most tournaments that we have in Free Fire. And
मेरे को
Group
लग रहा है
A,
भाई मैं
B,
बहुत
or
जल्दी लाइव
A,
स्ट्रीम
B,
स्टार्ट
C,
कर दिया
and
भाई
AC would be the rotation that we have. It's not in a particular order. It would be randomized for the 2 weekends that we will be having the knockout stage. But for the 12 teams that will be coming up on top, that's where we meet them on 15th of November. So I'm really excited for that to happen, to see, as you did mention, who's going to walk the talk or walk the talk that
गेम
comment
प्ले कब
section
शुरू होगा
has
भाई
been throwing out in there, because this is what at stake, AJ. That's
भाई जो फास्ट होगा
$300,000
उसको मिलेगा
for the
3
champion.
लाख डॉलर भाई समझ
Absolutely
पा रहे हो
stacked
जो
with the
फास्ट
prize
होगा
pool
जो
here.
सेकंड होगा उसको
Everybody
मिलेगा
wants the biggest slice of the
1
pie,
लाख
but can
50,000
you digest
जो
it
थर्ड
all?
होगा
Can you survive
उसको
long
मिलेंगे
enough to the
70,000
very final
फोर्थ
day for
में
the final battle? And
7,000
of course,
डॉलर
when
भाई
you
ऐसा
get there, you
पैसा
gotta
नहीं है
feel the
डॉलर मिलेगा भाई
champion rush, baby. The point system as usual. You hit the booyah, you walk
और ये
away
पॉइंट
with
टेबल
12
तो जो
points,
टूर्नामेंट
9
खेलते हैं
points
उन
for
लोगों को तो
second
पता
place,
ही
minus of
ऑलरेडी
1
जो
point for
फर्स्ट
each
नंबर पे आता है
consecutive
वो उसको
position.
12 पॉइंट
But
मिलता है
11th and
सेकंड
12th
वाले को
placement
9
gets
पॉइंट
you
थर्ड
no
वाले
placement
को
points
8
at all.
उसके
You
बाद
can
7
buffer
6
yourself with those
5
eliminations. Every elimination gets you
10
1
नंबर पे जो
point.
एलिमिनेट
Tiebreaker
होगा
rules,
उसको
on the
मिलेगा
other hand,
1 पॉइंट
goes by the number of booyahs followed by the total number of eliminations as
आप
well
लोग
as
कौन
the
सा टीम में
ranking
सपोर्ट
in the
करना
final
चाहते हो
game.
जल्दी से कमेंट बॉक्स में
Yeah, and
बता दो
also we still have the unique active skill available, and I'm really excited on how the teams are going to use this, because we do have a new skills available in the game, which is Nero. So let's see if that is something that the teams will be putting in on their gameplay, because I
हेलो
played
भाई
in
हेलो
Battle
रिमन भाई
Royale
कैसे हो
and
ब्रो
I am loving that
थैंक यू फॉर
cryo mine
कमिंग
that
आवर
Nero
लाइव
is
स्ट्रीम
bringing in. But it still depends on the game style or the
भाई
play
जितने
style
सारे भाई
of the
लोग देख रहे
team
हो ना भाई
right
बता
now,
दो यार
and
तुम्हारा
that's
फेवरेट
what they're
टीम
going
कौन है
to use in
जल्दी
these
से कमेंट बॉक्स में
matches.
बता दो
Speaking
यार
of matches, this is the schedule that we have. We're going to start it off with Alpine. Purgatory will follow, and then Kalahari, and then the second half would be Bermuda, Nextera, as well as Lara.
Ah, this is insane, man. On the very first day, we are keeping the trump card map for the final bout on game number 6. So
तो
Lara
फर्स्ट
is a
गेम
map
हमारा
where we
होने
see
वाला है
all the regions.
एल्पाइन
Not many of them have found full mastery on
फर्स्ट
this
गेम
map
होगा
just
एल्पाइन
yet. It's still a coin toss as to
सेकेंडरी
who's
सेकेंड
gonna
होगा
be able to
पुर्गेटरी थर्ड
dominate
होगा
it. Yes,
कलाहारी
there are some
बरमुडा
outlier
होगा
squads which we'll not
फोर्थ
mention
में
now
फिफ्थ
just
गेम
yet
होगा
because we want to see
नेक्स्ट्रा
how
उसके बाद
they
सिक्स
fare
गेम
against
होगा
each other
सोलारा
on the international
बट
stage.
एक
But of course,
चीज
later on down in the competition, we'll be
तुम
breaking
लोग
that
नोटिस
down a
करोगे
little bit
सोलारा
more for you
में
guys
नहीं
as
सोलारा
well.
हाँ
Let's
सोलारा में
take a
सबसे ज्यादा
look
टाइम लेता है
at
भाई गेम खत्म होने पे
everything out
वाह
there
यार
later
बहुत
on
बढ़िया
as far as the teams as well as
और
their
इधर आप लोग
lineups are
देख पा रहे हो
concerned.
पूरा
Because of
12
course
के 12
we've got
टीम
18 squads
बैठे
here
हैं
for the global finals,
इन
but
लोगों के
only
बीच में अभी
12
बैटल
will be
होने
in
वाला
performance
है
today. Once again, we only have
इधर
Group A
फ्लुक्सो है
versus C today. Group B will be taking their rest,
फैल्कन
and this is a
बुरीराम भाई जो
huge,
खतरनाक
huge
खतरनाक
factor
टीम
that
भाई
might
चारों
benefit
सामने है
those
बुरीराम
teams to follow
वैग
them.
Yeah,
फैल्कन
definitely. I mean, day one, most of the time is scrappy, and those who are resting have the opportunity to study their opponent.
बहुत ही
So
बढ़िया
we're
है
going to see in a bit which are the teams that will be playing, and hopefully those that you are cheering is on there. But if you're
तो आज का जो टीम का गेम प्ले होगा ये 12 टीम के बीच में ठीक है ये मैं नया देख रहा हूँ टीएस को भी नया देख रहा हूँ R7 को नया देख रहा हूँ बाकी सब लोग मतलब गेम प्ले में देखता रहता हूँ बाकी सब लोग ठीक ठाक ही है
Movistar R7, Team Heavy, AG Global, E1 Sports, and WAG.
Many heavy hitters out there, many popular names as well. Today we are starting with teams that will definitely be dragging in the crowd. So hello to everybody watching from all around the world. We've got our eyes on teams like Fluxo, teams like E1 Sports. We've got Team Solid out there. And obviously the Southeast Asian teams are going to be making a lot of noise.
बहुत ही
But
बढ़िया
in the
भाई
comment section, I I know one
भाई नया मेंबर होता है लाइक कर दो
squad,
भाई
Red Hawks. We have been waiting for a long time to see players like Kutush, Blade, Nejad, as well as Flicker out there doing their best.
All the
A little
best
bit of a
for
teaser at EWC, but this time I
रेड हॉक
think
भाई
they have gotten a
मेरा
taste of what they're
बांग्लादेश में
dealing
फेवरेट
with,
टीम
and they've gone back
रेड
and they
हॉक
have prepared
के
well
एंड
for
इंडिया
today
में
and
टीम
for the whole
इलीट
competition. I'm looking to seeing Red Hawks play their best game out there today. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've tried to, they are trying to emulate what Southeast Asia has been bringing into the mix. But how can they fare, especially if Brahim United is in play? And did mention about
Basana.
Iqoo, who is our current defending champions for the global finals. So both of them are on this page. We also have Movistar, R7, and EWC, as I did mention, showed up in a great fashion, and hopefully PE Sports will not be left out as well, because it's been a while that when we saw PE Sports in the global stage, and hopefully they will be motivated to rank up and move up into leaderboard early as this.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, just on that page alone, we see so many players who have had the experience playing on the global stage in
भाई
the
लाइव
past.
अभी मेरे
But
ख्याल से स्टार्ट
also,
करना नहीं
what
चाहिए
we
था भाई
see in
इतना
front of
बोरिंग
us,
लग रहा है ना
many players from Vietnam. For the first time ever, we've got 4 squads qualifying from Vietnam. They've got the most number of teams, most number of players here in the global finals. I'm very curious to see how they do overall. Unfortunately, they won't be able to help each other out. It's still going to be a slugfest, but we have to also focus on
भाई
another
जितने सारा
factor
नया
that
बंदा हो यार प्लीज भाई
yes, we've
लाइक
got
कर
the
दो स्क्रीन के
individual
ऊपर डबल
teams,
टैप कर दो
but
लाइट हो
now there's a
जाएगा
little bit of a tiff, a little bit of a struggle within the comment section all over the world. Which part of the world is better? Is East the best, or will the West find or manage to best the East at the end of the day? You look at the Eastern powerhouses, you've got teams like Buriram, Falcon, AG Global, WAG, and then you look at the Western powerhouses, you've got Fluxo, you've got Team Solid, E1, R7. I mean, it's going to be explosive out there when we start this match.
Yeah, exactly. It's more of the quantity that we have in the East right now, and hopefully they will also show up with the quality. But when we look at those from the West, like we've seen great quality out of them, despite of not having that much numbers in terms of teams. So that would tip the balance a little bit on that battle of East and West. But I want to see more. I want to see West defend their champion and also their prestige all over this game, because so far, even for the videos that we've seen earlier, there's a lot of banter that is being thrown right now, and hopefully they can live up to that.
Yeah, no doubt at all. And of course, we have got a little bit of a teaser for all of you guys in a little bit coming up. It is called the Room of Pressure. How much of pressure we throw at these players? Well, you guys will see in a little bit. Neptune and I will catch up with you in a bit.
From the east to the west, two regions collide under the same flame. One plays for
चलो हमारा
pride,
गेम अब
the
स्टार्ट
other
होने
for
वाला है
legacy. Inside
और
this
देखते
room
हैं
of
क्या
pressure,
होता है
only
दोस्तों
one truth remains. Those who crashed out burn
भाई
bright.
इतना इंट्रो देने की क्या जरूरत है बे
พวกเราจะพิสูจน์ตัวเองด้วยผลงาน
Eu já ganhei 2 mundiais pelo
Vasara.
Brasil e o terceiro está próximo.
Khi chúng tôi đánh bại bạn, bạn sẽ nhớ tới Việt Nam.
La DAM siempre se pone nervioso, no esta vez.
Bốn đội Việt Nam đã làm được điều đó và đó không phải là một sự trùng hợp.
Estamos hartos de ser la sombra de Brasil, ahora somos la DAM.
ถึงเวลาเอาแชมป์โลกกลับบ้านแล้วครับ
O leste fala sobre legado, mas o oeste escreve história.
They entered with pressure. They'll leave with fire. From east to west, which region will burn the brightest? We shall see.
Love at the room of pressure we're in. Everyone needs to be hyper focused just in what's in front of them and not look around on what is being thrown around them. Again, it's a great metaphor that the room pressure has. All of those trash talk.
भाई ये
everything
लोग
that
भी
is
बोरिंग
being
हो रहे हैं
thrown
भाई
at you
गेम कब
all
स्टार्ट
surround
करोगे
you. That would depend on what your focus is. If you just have your eyes in front, then all those pressure will be left behind, and all you have to do is take that victory.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The East versus the West. That's exactly what we're going to be looking at for a majority of the competition all throughout. But of course, in the comment section, you guys let us know exactly who do you think is going to be the very best. Are you here for the East? Are you here for the West? If you're from the East and you're supporting the West, let us know as well as vice versa. But you know what? There was a little cookie crumb in there that was dropped that we have to pick up on as well. There's a battle between the East and the West, but LATAM, which is from the West, is also gunning for Brazil. They no longer want to be that backup story. They no longer want to be that second thought, right? They want to take the step forward. They want to lead the West, perhaps even dominate out there for the West. But of course, here are our predictions on who we think are going to dominate today, and it looks like we kind of think alike, at least for that first place step.
Yeah, definitely. Team Falcons had our eyes, especially from the qualifiers in Southeast Asia fall. But I do believe that Fluxo will be able to put on more prestige in the game. I mean, they are here to show up. They're here to really make sure that the West has a representative all throughout the grand finals. And let's not forget Heavy as well. I mean, how they showed up from Southeast Asia is really pristine as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no doubt at all, they are going to go out there and they're going to try to rip things away. But I kind of am a little jealous that you have Fluxo out there. They are most definitely a threatening one, managing to dominate both Battle Royale and Clash Squad in Brazil. And I think that's no joke, right? Yes, Southeast Asia, we know it's very dominant, it's very competitive, but so is Brazil.
Yeah, I mean, I really love how when I saw them first, especially in EWC, how they practice, how they motivate themselves, and as well as look forward to each and every game. That's what I really respect about those from Brazil, especially from Fluxo. So I want to see that happen right now, and also be emulated by those communities.
चलो अब गेम शुरू होने वाला है भाई जितने सारे बंदे नया आ रहे हैं प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर दो और 10 सेकंड बाद गेम होगा स्टार्ट जितने सारे भाई 16 बंदे देख रहे हो भाई एक बंदे सब्सक्राइब करोगे ना तभी बहुत बढ़िया बात है यार फर्स्ट गेम हमारा होने वाला है अल्पाइन चलो देखते क्या होता है और नया बंदा तो लाइक कर दो ठीक है और अपना अपना पसंद का टीम का नाम क्या है बता दो
And yes, because it is about to get a little cold out there. What am I talking about? This is just going to be hot the whole day long. Game number 1 here to open up our global finals knockout stage. Day 1, game 1, Alpine. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, survivors of all ages, we hope you are ready. We sure as hell hope your favorite team is ready, because it's not going to be an easy one. Neptune, what I want to see at the start of this match is some hard drops.
Oh, let's see if that would happen against some of the teams that are
हमारा
already
फर्स्ट
dropped
गेम हो
in,
चुका
but
है
it seems like
स्टार्ट बट ये क्या है भाई
we'll find a few of those
मिलिटिया पे
engagement where Red Hawks
तीन
will
स्क्वाड
be
उतारा है
fighting
भाई
against
साहब
Heavy, and even in Snowfall, we are seeing Brave
तीन
United
स्क्वाड
being
उतारा है
hot
इधर
by Movistar R7, and I love this storyline coming from
भाई
both
साहब
of
बहुत बढ़िया
these
ब्लेड ने भाई हैवी को भाई डाउन कर दिया और
They are the one with the first blood
बहुत ही
on the
बढ़िया
first game,
और इधर
on the
बुरीराम
first
वर्सेस
day.
R7
Come on, Bangladesh, this doesn't get better than that. And they are picking on Team Heavy of all squads. Vietnam, danger is looming ahead of them. But Movistar R7 up against Buriram as well. Della has got the vector in hand. Nejat gets
भाई
knocked down
बहुत
as
बढ़िया
well,
वे
but
आरएच
Kyrgyzstan
के
with the backup, Mag 7.
आरएच के में आते ही भाई एकदम पूरा धमाका मार देने के शुरू कर दिया भाई वो
Back out of that. Moshi shots up to the top. Hack gets dropped as well. Joker trades one back, but Games King, a sliver of health.
Vasana down.
Will be able to drop him as well, and the SMG.
Vasana down, Joanna down भाई मुशी और गिटा अच्छा गिटी का ऑलरेडी डैमेज बहुत ही कम है भाई गिटा ने भी डाउन कर दिया अरे भाई
He cleans up house,
टीम वाइप आउट
and the first team to get eliminated.
फर्स्ट टीम वाइप आउट हो गया
R7. I want to highlight the fact that we did make sure we hyped up Movistar R7, and when we were hyping them up, when they were speaking those strong words, we showed the elimination feed. They eliminated Buriram United Esports in that hype video. Well, I think revenge is sweet, and it came a little too quick.
You know how it is. Like when Broom United is being put down, they know how to bring themselves up. And speaking
भाई
of getting up,
E1 RHK
just
के
a
ऊपर रेस्ट
rewind
कर
on what
दिया भाई.
happened. Get High is prioritizing, or Broom United is prioritizing on bringing his teammates back up. Thus,
ले
they still
कुटुस यार.
managed to survive. But E1 right now
चलो कोई बात
seems
नहीं.
like they are taking out Red Hawks, who is the elimination leader at this point. They have all the rooftop cover, and there's no way out for Blade and Nejad.
Yep, okay, the jump pad now used. Nejad tries to get away, but Mitten, sharpshooter AC-80. They try to split up. Blade, one more shot needed. The connection, not perfect. On the landing, pulls out a glue wall. And that's going to keep him safe for the time being. Blade knocked down. Kabi gets a little bit of revenge here for the side of Heavy up against Red Hawks. But Heavy will be able to claim lives on the side of E1 as well.
Heavy
And
को
this
फिर
has
से
just
रिवाइव
turned
मिल
into a
चुका है
three-way
बट
battle, about to become
फ्लिकर क्या है
four-way
किधर
as WAG hops on into the fray as well.
Yeah, WAG has been waiting in there silently for their opportunity, but they're not out of the woods just yet because we still have Heavy who is rolling around.
WAG versus
E1. It will be taken down in there, and it is Iqoo managed to knock him down. Now let's see if WAG can add more to the elimination that they have, but not so much of enemies on the area other than Heavy. And don't cry.
Thank you भाई जो भाई ने like किया भाई. Thank you
Survive
so
this just in
much.
case WAG sees them healing up.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's two ways to look at this. Number one, WAG just saved Heavy from being ran over by E1. Number two, WAG is setting up Heavy to feast on them, rip away some extra points. But here comes Team Solid on the rotation right around Heavy as well. There's a big probability that they get caught off. But Red Hawks, a hot start with the
भाई साहब
eliminations,
फ्लिकर
but they
ने
fizzle out
रेड हॉक ने
fairly
बढ़िया वाला
quickly.
स्टार्टिंग किया था बट
That's a tad bit unfortunate for Bangladesh.
Yeah, let's see though. There you have it. We have Team Solid right now being in a hit list or triggering that hit list as well. So they need to be cautious not to be out in the open. And a launch pad is available for them to get away. Now let's see though as to where they will be placing themselves. They are trying their best to make sure the arsenal is also clear with that binocular. So I guess they do have a lot of openings unless GLW rushes against them.
A weapons arsenal. And a good move here by Team Solid. You need those upgrades for sure. You need those better weapons. And got it unlocked fairly early. And WAG might just be in trouble if they decide to drop by and say hello. Team Solid doesn't have a defensive spot on the outside. Playing with fire here if they get caught at the wrong timing. But they do anticipate a squad inside here. You can see with the movements of Nick. Trying to keep an eye on those players. And Nero will show up first in this engagement. But of course, no glue walls brought up just behind that wall. A tad bit unfortunate. It's a little waste off that active skill net.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you have that cryo mind, you will be able to spot out the enemy, but it doesn't last that long, especially if the opponent will be able to take down that plushie. So I guess they were spotted, but their position was moved very quickly. So I guess that's a reason as well why WAG is moving away. So they don't want to be caught off guard, and they missed one of the players from Team Solid as well. So I guess it's more information, and then that's where they have the confidence. But since they lack that, they're backing out.
Lovely rotation. Now, flanking around from the right-hand side, WAG has managed to unlock the airdrop. The jump pad gets them out of harm's way, and what a beautiful glue wall on the drop. Glue UAV sent out as well.
मार दिया था
Make
almost
sure
लोगों को.
that glue wall, that defense is buffed up, and that keeps them safe for the rotation away from the Brazilian squad. But now out in the open, WAG in a little bit of trouble, because their rotation here might just be intercepted by GOW if they are unlucky. And they do use the binoculars to scan on the area towards their right-hand side here. Vending machine, definitely the play for the players of WAG. They've got enough coins to buffer themselves up. They do need those level 3 vests.
Yeah, let's see if they'll be able to get that for Team Fluxo. They are just hanging back. Not so much of contention, but earlier we saw a little bit of a takedown or elimination coming from them, but they managed to recover that quickly. And it seems like they will need to be, they will be silent all throughout up until mid-game. As we look at the map right now, it seems like there's a lot of hit list being triggered, and that's where everyone will be pushed into.
I mean, you gotta love some information play, bro. GOW up against WAG now. X-Ball flanking around from the right-hand side, trying to make sure as the sniper of the squad, he's got a great vantage point to protect the rest of his team members, as well as get a couple of knocks for WAG. Great position held by X-Ball. RIP spotted out, but patience, triggered discipline from the WAG player.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, only one information, one player to be cited. And if you don't have all position of the players, you won't be able to take them down. It would be a loss, though, because we keep talking about it. A knockdown will not be fulfilled unless it is confirmed. And none from WAG is also on position to be able to confirm those elimination. And next, we're still in position to go and take the shot. AWN in hand, and Neon almost taken down. If it wasn't for a hop, he could have been down already.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the inhaler and the medkit out there, so nothing much for him to worry about. And none of the other WAG players close enough to take advantage of that initial tag. Ranmo now, RGS-50 going in for the double on those grenades, but the Steffi popped in time, so no damage from grenades. GOW safely make the rotation around to the right-hand side. Iqoo now at 590. They burst through those glue walls. Then Deanne gets the first drop onto Vanvo. PLS1 trying to run away. WAG in a lot of trouble. Can he get to a vending machine to at least bring back a couple of players? Inside he goes, but gets caught out by Deanne. GOW ripping apart WAG.
For elimination for GOW, only one remains, but X4 is hiding out. Now, we'll see if he will be able to hide out for long, because there's no way out, because Fluxo is just waiting for them. And it seems like the shot coming from Fluxo would be a saving grace for WAG, but X4 has ran out, and there you have it, GU stealing that away from GOW.
Yeah, the Winchester in hand, managing to take it away from GOW. Extra point for Fluxo, unfortunate for WAG, but what a counter by the players of GOW. Phenomenally played, especially on that right-hand side flank. They knew exactly what was going to be advantages for them. They set it up, and of course, we did see a little bit of a misplay from the players of WAG, kind of miscalculating exactly how GOW was going to rotate in that situation, and overall, putting their sniper far away didn't fare well for them at all.
Yeah, I mean, X4 was in position. That shot could have been made, and that would be a push for WAG. But unfortunate for them, even the Valiant Dash from Iqoo didn't knock down any of the opponents. But as we look at the map right now, Brave United still on Snowfall. And it seems like they will still be safe. But as we saw in there, AG as well as Team Falcons is in the battle. Let's see who's going to win it. A couple of Winchester from On Fire and Pina that might throw off the gameplay of AG. But let's see if they'll be able to fire back.
Yep, AG under pressure. Falcons, both squads outside the circle, but not too far away from the safe zone. It's taking a little bit of damage, Falcons, thinking they could bait AG into a little battle outside the zone, but AG was not going to fall for that inside of Forest Red. Circle around, looking for that flank around the right for the next zone as well. No eliminations so far for the side of AG Global. The Southeast Asian teams, at least the ones from Thailand, are trying to play this as quietly as possible until they get a little bit deeper into the zone.
Yeah, I mean, for Brave United, if it wasn't for a hot drop, they might still have 0 elimination at this point. But let's see though, AG, Ripside Rhythm breaks them down, and Team SR is out. Team Solid showing solid gameplay as well as anticipation as to where AG will be landing, and they managed to take a knock.
Yeah, unfortunate. No time turner there on the side of AG. Could have gotten the save on the team member, but now it's going to be trouble time because AG Global needs to figure out how do they get a revival. Do they play a risky maneuver outside the safe zone and hit one of those vending machines, or do they just stick with a 3-man play? Team Solid obviously not going to allow them to move far away from the defensive spot, but GOW is that distraction. The glue UAV pulled out by Demon. Barricades are strengthened. Steffi popped as well. GOW will not be teased by those grenades. Riptide Rhythm now coming out from the side of Team Solid as well to melt down their glue walls. Demon, that nade, still Steffi will protect them. And GOW is dealing very well with Team Solid. AG Global needs to use this opening to get away.
Love the combination that GOW has pulled up. The Steffi plus that glue wall that would help or make sure that the glue wall will not be pulling going down despite of the Riptide Rhythm. Demon with that valiant dash, but Demon will be taken down by Guaxa from behind. Rip right now, M79. Let's see if he'll be able to take one shot and bring down Team Solid, but it is a high hopes for him. He's the only one remaining against 4 players of TS.
Yeah, RIP, he's got the grenade launcher. He needs to make some magic work here. RIP takes himself out instead. I'm not going to make fun of him because it's happened to me as well.
Well,
that's to a lot of us, okay? You guys just don't admit it.
That's one reason I'm not using that weapon, because I'm off angle when I make that shot. But Lao Ho right now being taken down, and Fluxo is taking advantage of their position to go and chase against PE Sports. And as they lost one player, it seems like they are up in the corner right now with nowhere to go out.
Yeah, well defended though by PE Sports, just barricading all of those windows with the glue walls. But Nolan, the timing was off, and the charge buster by GU puts him down onto the ground. Fluxo just waiting for the timing here to hop on in there, pulling out a double glue wall to block off the windows once again, but a mistake by PE Sports. But they still do manage to block off the access by Fluxo. GU really low, but the time turner pulled out in the nick of time. And GU saves the day. PE Sports was so close to annihilating Fluxo, but not a single player from the Brazilian squad was knocked down.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that is a great move coming from Fluxo at that point. Now, let's see on Bremen United and Team Falcons. They are just waiting at each other. Not only that, Team Falcons is taking some hits from E1 Sports. I think AG is just keeping themselves silent just to make sure that they will not be distracting anyone from either E1 or Heavy. But Team Solid, I saw them jump in, and I thought they will be targeting Fluxo at this point. But good angle to take, but they need to move because in 15 seconds, the blue will be moving along them.
The East has got quantity here, but the West has got quality. Team Solid as well as Fluxo, but there's a little bit of infighting. Riptide Rhythm sent the way of Team Solid! And Jonah with the double! Gets the 3-pointer, Kobe! Limit taken out of the equation. Pau steals 1 point away, but it doesn't matter. Falcons out of the equation. And now we are left with only 6 squads. MT7, a double knock. Team Solid facing a lot of trouble because of the position that Fluxo holds on to. Heavy pressuring them from the right-hand side as well. This has to be the end for Team Solid.
Let's see. I mean, Traps is trapped in the corner, and Moshi managed to hit him from afar. 5 teams remaining, and Fluxo is still on the run. Glue UAV helping them out to survive, but on the other side, Heavy would be a potential target, and both of E1 and Fluxo is knocking them down.
Dude, the flame zone is just up in the ante here. But look at Buriram circling around from the right-hand side. E1 is still in here as well. How in the world? I did not see them earlier.
Oh, no.
I do not know, but it doesn't matter. They get squashed as well as Buriram rages on. Moshi, Superman on the left-hand side. Fluxo still alive and kicking. A little bit closer to the players of Heavy. 1 gets knocked down. 9 eliminations for the side of Buriram, but just tethering on the very edge of the current zone.
Let's see, Don't Cry might be at a loss right now. Fluxo is behind, Brim is in front. Now it's a team versus team before between East versus West. And let's see who's going to win this. Would it be the defending champion or the one chasing for that crown? Wasan is already down. Jonah managed to take himself out. And Fluxo might be the team to grab the first booyah in this game.
It's not just the first booyah, Neptune. A freaking massive booyah as Moshi gets taken down by Bobs. 17 eliminations was what I last saw, plus a booyah, 12 points off of placements. The reigning defending champions, technically the back-to-back global champions, have done it again, and they have started off day 1 to get to the top in such a phenomenal fashion.
And one thing I'm seeing, running against opponent, hearing those gunshots, and just heading towards all those engagement, and that's how they got that 17 elimination. And I am loving this version of Fluxo right now.
Yeah. I mean, this is exactly what we needed to see out of FFWS, the tenacity and the confidence and also the capability. Because yes, we've seen them in the past, and what they have done is mainly stay passive until the very end. And sometimes they would have stayed too silent for too long. They could not catch up. But of course, when it comes to the global finals, the grand finals itself, FFWS is a different kind of beast. But now we see them bringing out that version of themselves so early in the knockout stage. I'm loving it. This is what we need. This is exactly what all of the other teams need out there as well as a wake-up call.
Yeah, exactly. And then, well, it's even better than coffee to wake us up with FFWS in the lead. I mean, I'm really loving this turnaround. I mean, game number one is just so heated up. It's just so massive. And I was expecting a global final. It would be a slow game because everyone is trying their best to identify where they can rotate safely, but there's no safe space. All they have to do right now is just look for the enemy and trust their instincts.
Yeah, I mean, at that point of time, the final engagement, it was a story called Run, Moshi, Run. But no matter where he ran, no matter what he did, there was just nothing that he could do to save his squad and to get them the booyah. But you know, valiant effort overall for Buriram to survive long enough to that final circle. But very, very impressive first booyah of the day, courtesy of our reigning champs. This is ridiculous, man. I mean, look at the number of eliminations on a stage like this. FFWS's not messing around.
Oh, definitely. I mean, 17 elimination plus that booyah. It's 29 points already. And what I'm sad about, because we saw Team Falcons being eliminated in there, though they do have placement point, and unfortunately they don't have any elimination as well. The same goes for Movistar R7. Yes, they grabbed one when they hot dropped Buriram United, but that's it for them in the first game. And hopefully it doesn't affect their motivation as well, because if you're lost after losing out on Buriram United, then that would carry over onto the next game.
Yeah, no doubt at all. I think, you know, it's okay because it's just the first day, technically just the first game. They've got 5 more games to find a little bit of adjustment out there. Fingers crossed, it's a little bit more kinder to them, the environment. You know, fingers crossed they don't get those early engagements again, albeit, I have to say, Redhawks was very impressive up against Heavy at the start of the game. But 29 points, so 17 eliminations was correct. 29 is massive, but Buriram's not too far away. 11 eliminations on the other side for a total of 20 points, including the placements. Heavy still kind of, you know, getting up towards the top here because surviving long enough was the name of the game, and Redhawks just could not finish the job at the start.
Yeah, I mean, I still love seeing Heavy on the top 3 of this match, but looking at Team FFWS at this point, they're not going in with the current meta. This is where they are confident, and we saw that confidence onto the game with A124, Skylar, Oscar, as well as Steffi. But the Skylar, it seems like it's being slowed down because of the glue UAV. We've seen that so many instances wherein that could have been a clear out of those glue walls, but that update just gave more opportunity for the teams to stand up.
Yeah, I mean, and this is what we like to see as well, right? 2 players with a team booster, 2 players with a tactical market. They've got a good balance, and if you look at which are the ones bringing in the tactical market, it's the players who are on the back lines, right? And the ones who are on the front, a little bit of an extra boost on their health as they take these very aggressive engagements. I think they've played this out very, very well overall. But MT7 with the 8 eliminations, this is a huge warning to a lot of the other players out there. If you've got a sniper on your side, and I don't know how you're going to detect FFWS out there, but you better take their sniper out. MT7 has started off the day, and he is rocking it. 9 knockouts, 7 assists, 8 eliminations. Those are some insane stats off of this guy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, close to 5K on the damage. And, well, I know I put a little bit of, well, not hate, but question on Skylar, but it seems like it doesn't matter. for MT7. As long as he have the sniper, whether an AC-80, AWM in hand, he can still make those shots. And it's not just from long range. He can make this in the mid-range as well. That is one reason why he is one of the deadliest sniper in the field right now with that Maro, Susie, and Moko as well. A little bit of insurance policy with that Susie that we rarely see that nowadays.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think the Skylar is definitely going to be abused out there, even in this current season, because you've got too many of those buffs coming out for those glue walls, right? You've got the glue UAV, especially right now. You've got everything going in the way of defense, so you need some extra glue wall breakers, which is why I did expect to see more Narrows. Unfortunately, we just saw him appear kind of once, and even that was more of like, getting information gameplay instead of breaking down the defenses of the opponent. But a little circle analysis here. At the very start of the game, Circle 1 itself had a lot of incidents that were not friendly to a couple of squads.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one reason as well why some of the teams have faltered already despite of the prestige they have. One is Movistar R7. Another is, well, not Red Hawks because they managed to get the 4 elimination early on. But what follows is their demise. I'm loving the circle analysis as well.
Yes.
This is one thing that I've been asking and hoping for the longest time. And it's been 4 or 5 years already. And there's more details that we can talk about every time that comes up. But as we look at the highlights, it is more of the in-game engagement. And this is what I'm talking about for Brunei United. The priority is to make sure that their teammates are alive and get high. Was supposed to just go for the pickup, but he saw a few of the players from R7, and that's when they take him down.
And that time turner was a life-saving time turner for FFWS, because just with one shot off of that M590, you could have taken down 2 players because they only had a sliver of health on themselves, right? And that kind of shows exactly how well put together Team FFWS is, from the brink of annihilation to shutting down that squad, making it into the final circle, and walking away with the booyah as well. It's not going to be easy to dethrone Brazil and take this one away from them. I think the other teams are obviously well aware of that, but what can they do with the information, of course, is the biggest question.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's more of how they can play with that. We've seen a lot of teams who use a lot of skills and utilities to gather all this information. It's more of how they can approach it, and it doesn't show up as quickly compared to what we've seen what FFWS did. The turnaround, the pickup is quite easy. It looks so easy. Then one reason as well why they dominated that game number 1.
So for the question of East versus West, even though the East has got the numbers, even though we've got the quantity, the West is still proving that they have got the quality. Lesser squads in there overall, but still managing to walk away with a massive game. Then it's kind of a testament to how strong the fight is going to be from the West to keep the crown on their side. I mean, the East technically has enjoyed the crown being on their side, very specifically in Thailand for a long, long time, for many years. So I think it's good for the trophy to spend its, time in the West. What do you guys think, though? Let us know in the comment section whether you think the crown needs to go back to the East as well.
I have a guess on what the comment section will say, but I'm not going to say it. I'm just waiting and watching for that. But you did mention about East and West. And looking at our leaderboard, we have 4 from the West that is playing for today. It's so unfortunate for R7 that they were eliminated early, but the 3 teams out of the 4 is on the top half of our leaderboard. And you did mention about quality, and all of the 3 are coming from Brazil, so it seems like it's not just East, it is Brazil who's dominating that game number 1.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And obviously, FFWS at the very top, E1 as well as Team Solid, managing to climb up quite a little bit, but and they are in the double-digit, area, but they do need to climb up a little bit more. I am most impressed, though, Neptune, by Heavy. They got into a very sticky situation early on in the game, and I have to say, if it wasn't for the appearance of WAG, they would have gotten crushed than itself. I think that the distraction surely kind of helped out in that situation. E1 appeared initially, and then, of course, WAG overall, Heavy using that situation, getting the revive and getting the hell out of there and then regrouping together as a squad to get to the final circle shows you exactly how much these Vietnamese squads have improved over the years.
Yeah, definitely. And let's see if that is something that would show up even more. But looking at what the question right here, will their Clash Squad dominance hold up in Battle Royale? We're talking about the dual mode champion, Red Hawks, Falcons, and Fluxo. And it seems like Fluxo has already put up their name in there for BR. Now, question is, will Falcons and Red Hawks follow through? Because looking at the list, they're at the bottom half.
Yeah, they're definitely the bottom half, but all three of these teams, dual mode champions for a good reason. They know how to play a good game of Free Fire. In their own individual regions, they are most definitely beyond champions. They are legends as of this point of time. But when you reach the global finals, when you reach a stage like this, where we throw everybody into a potluck of squads, the story tends to be a little different. And at the moment, the teams with the most amount of experience on a stage like this has managed to climb up the leaderboard. Yeah. Once again, why I'm so impressed by Heavy, because they are up there together with them.
Again, it's just a turn event for Heavy where what happened in Southeast Asia fall. I mean, that performance was just outstanding. I mean, if there's a better word for it, that's all I can think of. It's outstanding. Even beating those are the top dogs. Yes, they didn't get the champs, but they were in there comparing their previous performance from spring. They just catapulted themselves up in second place. And I'm loving that version of Heavy. Hopefully that doesn't die down, because you know how it is with Vietnamese team. They move up quickly in the first half and then falter towards the end. And at this level, this is something that is different from what Vietnam has experienced from their recent tournaments.
Yeah, I don't want to see them fall for sure. You know, because we've got 4 squads out of Vietnam this time around. We want to see something from them. But of course, a quick fun fact about the loadout system: you've got 4 roles to choose from: support for buffs, weapon boost for upgrades, tactic for map control, as well as your leg pocket for extra gear. Every choice can change the fight, and you just saw that in action out there.
Yeah, I'm loving that teams is also already utilizing it to the T, despite of the update just coming up a couple days ago. And that's one thing as well. For those viewers out there who are still not familiar on how the loadout system working, hopefully these games would give you an idea, because I tried myself in playing, but I'm still getting slowly getting a hand of it. And when I say slow, like very, very slow.
It's okay. It's an age factor, my friend. this game, although it can be enjoyed by anyone of any age, it caters towards the younger ones a little bit more. Uncle Neptune will have to take a little bit extra time, but of course, I don't totally agree with you. You know, anything new takes a little while to kind of get used to and to master.